Well, let's get into it. Friday's a big day. Your new album, Don't Mind If I Do, is coming out on your birthday.
That's right. Yeah.
What are you doing to celebrate?
I'm playing a show in Indio, California on my birthday, and I got a couple shows on the West Coast, so I'll be on the road.
So you open the album with a little bit of a heartbreak song, That's a Mistake. What's a mistake you've learned to only make once?
Uh, Man, I would say free range goats on my farm.
Okay.
How many times I've walked outside and seen hoof prints on the hood of my Range Rover, and so they're because they like to climb on anything that they can. Anything new, they climb on top of. So now we've got them in a fence, and
So
they're
keep them contained.
well, they still break out and climb on everybody's cars, but at least they're supposed to be in a fence.
Okay, well, I can't say I've had that problem, but I'm glad you've learned.
If you ever get any goats, don't just let them do whatever they want.
Well, enough about goats.
Okay.
There's a little bit of everything on this album. You know, we go from Jesus Saves to Worst Way. How would
Yeah.
you describe
Two
it?
very different songs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what makes a good album is having a lot of different types of songs on it, and can kind of appeal to everybody and you go through a lot of different emotions listening to it.
One of my favorite songs is Looking Back on This. When you look back on your life personally and professionally, what are you most proud of right now?
Well, the moments that stand out are like getting to play the Grand Ole Opry and my grandparents were there. That was such a big deal for them. uh, Being able to kind of take care of my parents and they can retire and kind of hang out and Pop's working on my farm and being able to buy up some land that we grew up or running around on, uh, building something that I think that my nieces and nephews can enjoy and my family can all go hang out at, even though I'm not there much. Uh, One day I'll get to go enjoy it too. So that's kind of, I guess, the most motivating thing that I've got going on is something I'm proud of.
Do you remember the first big purchase you made for yourself or your family?
I remember buying dad a truck. And I mean, that's probably more meaningful to me than anything I've ever bought myself.
His dream
Just
truck?
because he's never had a nice truck. He's worked his whole life, always had beat up work trucks. And the truck I bought him was nice at the time. It's probably beat up now because he's rough on everything. But at the time, that was a pretty meaningful purchase.
Oh. So you and Ella, let's talk about that. You teamed up on her song, You Look Like You Love Me. And the success of that song is really just getting started. Did you guys expect this at all?
I didn't. I don't think I had any idea that it was going to be this big of a song. Uh, Talking verses is very traditional, and I thought the chorus was really hooky. It kind of stayed in your head, but I had no idea it would become what it is.
I mean, it's nice to hear a song like that, so old school and traditional, getting that success. Do you hope there'll be more songs like that?
Definitely. Yeah, it's very hopeful. I'm very hopeful that kind of country music is going to become popular again.
And embracing that sound and like other genres too, like it's everywhere.
Yeah, it really is. It's making a comeback.
Have you guys hopped on the You Look Like You Love Me merch yet?
Yeah, I'm sure you got some. Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, yeah. I feel like everyone needs a shirt or a hat that says that. Like it's a genius pickup line.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we get like some little miniature sweaters for goats.
Those will sell out for sure. Has anyone or have you used that line on anyone before?
No,
No.
no. I've heard it said several times since the song came out, though.
Yeah. Well, you guys also are on your album. Was this always meant to be a duet, or did you know you had to have Ella after you guys teamed up on her song?
I wrote it as a duet, but I didn't necessarily have Ella in mind to sing it. Just knowing that we had such a big success with the other song at the time, I didn't really want to take away from that. So I got her to sing, put a vocal on it to hear, a female's voice on it, and she did such a great job. I just couldn't picture getting anybody else. So it's cool to have two very different types of songs that are being successful at the same time.
Yeah. And you guys are going on the road together. What do you love so much about hanging out with her?
Well, it's just nice to have a little bit of familiarity of home, I guess. She's from Alabama, not too far from where I'm from. I think we grew up listening to the same type of music. Obviously, I'm a fan of her music, so it's just nice to have, somebody out that's going to put on a great show. And I think fans probably are excited about seeing me and her perform a couple of songs together.
What's one thing about her that we wouldn't know just from, seeing her sing?
She's a hunter, that's maybe another reason we get along so well. Yeah,
You
she's
guys hunt together?
we haven't yet, but it's probably in the works, I would imagine.
Maybe when you're up here in Canada.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of good hunting up there. We'll have to set a trip up.
Do you look at your personal life to write these songs, or is it kind of just whatever works?
I mean, I've certainly gotten some inspiration from my personal life, and then there's some that comes from just random things that cross my mind, or things I heard, or stories, or whatever that is. I think the reason this project has so much of that on it is really because Worst Way became such a hit as soon as it came out, and I don't tend to write a lot of love songs, so for me to be able to be successful in that world, I thought I should probably lean into that a little bit, and it's uh, it's it's fun, man. It keeps songwriting interesting when you kind of push yourself
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, wasn't Worst Way the song that you teased on social media and everyone was freaking out because there was a purse in the background or something?
Yeah, it's literally like my bag I take to the gym. So it must be like a real feminine looking bag. I don't know if there was like one strap hanging over my shoulder, it looked like. And yeah, they had a field day with that. I woke up to several text messages and emails and DMs, all kind of stuff. So uh I may put a purse in the background of every video I do now.
Yeah, you should just to get the reaction from people.
Yeah. A goat wearing a purse.
Yes, with the
That'd
with the
be a good
sweater,
example.
you look like you love me.
Yeah,
It's a
that's a
full
great.
picture. Well, Luke Bryan, another collab. If there was one song that you and Luke Bryan would sing together, I feel like this is the only one.
Yeah, I think that, sometimes there's collaborations that are just done because the two artists like each other, or they're on tour together or whatever. But this one, I put a lot of thought into who I was going to have on it. And the first time me and Luke ever hung out, we were fishing at his lake in Tennessee. So I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think fans can tell when it's something that's kind of true.
Who's a better fisher?
So it's no brainer. I mean, you can tell by looking.
You, okay.
Oh, me, yeah.
Would he agree?
No, of course not. I wouldn't respect him if he did.
What's the biggest real problem you've ever had out on the water?
That's a good question. Never been asked that before. No plug in the boat.
Okay, and that's happened?
Oh yeah, several times.
And how did
That's
it
something that you have to actually remember, and that's not my strong suit. So yeah, I've left the plug out of the boat several times.
Okay, well, now you know.
Yeah.
Well, lastly, I want to touch on Brooks and Dunn because you're going to be on the new Reboot album. What was it like? How did you find out that you would be on that?
Well, I was really honored to get the call. Uh, I can remember being actually jealous I wasn't on the last one. So it was nice to for them to kind of, you pay that respect to me, let me be a part of their album and get to pick the song. She Used to Be Mine's literally one of my favorite country songs ever, so it's really cool to be able to do that. A little bit nerve-wracking to have to sing it in front of Ronnie Dunn, but it was a cool experience.
What's your top three Brooks and Dunn songs?
Probably Red Dirt Road, Brand New Man, and uh, She Used to Be Mine.
Love it. Well, congratulations on everything. Happy birthday. Have
Thank
fun
you, man.
celebrating everything.
Appreciate it. See ya.